Assalamu alaikum. Happy Friday, everyone. This is my first time going live. I just wanted to talk today a little bit about carbohydrates, actually, because some of you that follow me know that a lot of my followers and some of my clients and a lot of my friends do the ketogenic diet and everything, paleo, all these different things, and basically, like I say all the time, if you read some of my posts, there is no such thing as any one size fits all diet plan or anything. So what works for 80%, and a lot of the trends, they work for about 80% of the population, for most of the people, but there's that 20% that they do not work for. And carbohydrates have actually gotten a bad reputation. And a little bit about me is, like, I did recently try the keto diet, and I did see, for me, it was great for an elimination because it really helped me get the added sugars and stuff out of my diet and everything, and reducing the amount of white sugar and all of these in my diet. It also helped me to get rid of a lot of hidden sugars in my diet that I really didn't realize that I was eating, and also getting rid of the pasta and stuff like this. These are all things that are known to cause problems with our blood sugar and everything, but again, it doesn't bother everyone. By getting rid of the pasta, a lot of pasta that we have is processed, and so pasta in itself isn't bad, and even rice in itself isn't bad, but also if you look at the amount that we eat, a lot of times we're not eating just a small serving. Like, for example, like a serving of rice, it's about a half a cup, and here in the Middle East, people eat like a huge amount of rice. It's a big staple in the diet here, so it's no wonder that you get that big old rice belly and everything. But when I wanted to talk about carbohydrates, it's about the good, the bad, and the ugly about carbohydrates, and kind of understanding that blood sugar equals glucose in the blood. And so every carbohydrate that you eat, every piece of bread, every pasta, bagel, cake, cookie, muffin, fruit, vegetable, bean, or grain, they all end up as glucose in our blood. And glucose is the most basic form of sugar, and it's required by all of our cells in the body for energy. So, and even our brain needs it. Your red blood cells need it. And glucose is the only form of sugar that can be transported directly into your bloodstream. All other forms are chains of sugars. They're otherwise known as carbohydrates. They need to be broken down into your digestive system to be converted to glucose that feeds your other cells. And a lot of times, this is where we find a problem, because we tend to eat more simple carbs when we should be eating a lot more complex carbs. And what is a complex carb? A complex carb, they have many sugars bound together in branching strands, and these branches are slow in digestion of sugar. So complex carbs, they're usually packed with fiber, vitamins, and minerals, and they accompany the chain of sugar. So these fibers and minerals and vitamins all accompany the chain of sugar. An example of these complex carbs would be green vegetables, whole grains and legumes, and some samples again of simple carbs. This would be like a banana. These are the white foods, your refined foods. Simple carbs, they're digested quickly, meaning they move into the bloodstream really quick. Refined sugars, they're simple carbohydrates. And yet whole foods like raisins, potatoes, and juices, they can also become simple carbohydrates too. Glycemic, what's glycemic? Okay, glycemic literally means causing sugar in your blood. So there's something called, I'm sure you've heard of the glycemic index when it comes to fruits and vegetables, but there's also a glycemic load. Glycemic load is actually how quickly glycemic literally means causing sugar in the blood, and the glycemic load is basically how quickly the foods break down into our blood. So if you consider the rate of how quick those sugars are absorbed due to the fiber, take for example a carrot. A carrot gets a bad rep, especially if you're following keto. But actually, even though a carrot is actually higher on the glycemic index, it is actually lower on the glycemic load because of all the fiber and everything that is in the carrot. It's actually much lower. And the key is chew if you're eating your carrot. So the sugar is quite low, and it's slow on how it is absorbed in your body. So basically, slow absorption of sugar is more sustained energy for your, and also weight management and your overall health. So basically try to be the boss of your own blood sugar. When you eat carbohydrates, foods made of sugar and starches, your blood sugar rises and it releases the hormone insulin. And insulin, basically, it helps the cells draw sugar from your bloodstream as a fuel. So your blood sugar then goes down again, and sometimes it'll go down too low. And then when you eat more complex carbs, your blood sugar can stay in a green zone for a lot longer throughout your busy day. So simple carbs, basically, they lead to blood sugar swings that affect your hormones, your weight, your moods, and they leave us susceptible to a lot of chronic diseases like heart disease, cancer, immune challenges, and fatigue. So you want to choose low and feel high. So glycemic, again, literally means causing sugar in the blood. So by choosing the low glycemic foods, you stay in the green zone and will control your swings, your sugar swings and everything. You'll have a stronger hand at reclaiming your health. And a short list is like, you want to stay with the low glycemic load. This is not the glycemic index, but the glycemic load. So low glycemic load is between 1 and 10. And then the medium glycemic load, you really want to minimize the amount of these foods. Is between 11 and 20, and high glycemic load is foods that are above 20. You want to avoid these altogether. Some of your low glycemic foods are almonds, broccoli, eggs, cashews, carrots actually, pears, lentils, blueberries, black beans, and even honey and maple syrup. Your medium glycemic load, these are the ones that you want, if you eat them sparingly. Brown rice, dried dates, sweet potatoes, corn, oatmeal, quinoa, banana that's yellow and flecked with brown spots. So actually, the more brown your banana gets, the more glycemic load it's going to have. So when your banana doesn't have any brown spots or flecks on it, its glycemic load is actually going to be lower, and the more brown your banana gets, the higher it is. Also, navy beans fall into the medium glycemic load, orange juice, and whole grain bread. So, and then the ones to stay away from is definitely stay away from instant oatmeal, raisins, white baked potatoes, white rice, white bagels, anything white, macaroni, french fries, white spaghetti, cornflakes, rice noodles. All of these things are things that you really should avoid. I hope that you found this a little helpful, and feel free to ask questions for next time. I'm sorry about the noise of the birds in the background. I know that they can be a little bit noisy. Thank you. end.